Congress is back in session. There are those oral amendments offered by Chairman Ursimal to the written floor amendments of Chairman Willie. So the relevant rules are still suspended up to this point. Any discussion on the offered oral amendments?
Question.
Questions been called for. If there is no objection, debate is closed. Let's vote on the offered oral amendments. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments by Chairman Ursimal are adopted. Now we have the offered floor amendments by Chairman Willie as amended. Any discussion on that?
Question.
Questions been called for. If there is no objection, discussion is closed. So let's vote on the offered floor amendments as amended, orally amended. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered floor amendments to CB 21-67 as amended, as orally amended, are adopted. We now have CT1. Any further discussion on CT1?
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Senator Christian.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to offer some oral floor amendment to Congress Bill 2167 in whatever form it is right now. As you know, Pohnpei had been raining for the last 2 weeks, and many of our roads have deteriorated to the point where vehicle access to the villages have become difficult. So I will be making some amendments to allow for Pohnpei State to do some maintenance. Mr. Speaker, on page 3 of the bill, on line 23, line 22 should read net nanpil road improvement. Delete all the existing language, net basketball and volleyball court, and insert net nanpil road improvement project.
Okay, any second? It's been moved and seconded
Thank you.
that the offered oral amendments by Senator Christian to 21-67 CT1 be adopted. The relevant rules are still suspended up to this point. So let's discuss that. Any discussion? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of the offered oral amendments to CB 21-67 CT1 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. So the offered oral amendments are adopted. We now have CT2. Okay, any further discussion on CT2?
Question.
Questions been called for. If there is no objection, debate is closed. So let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Fairman. State of Koshai, Chairman Willie. State of Yap, Chairman Ursimal. Mr. Speaker, all the 4 states voted in favor.
For that reason, CB number 21-67 CT2 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill. Chief Clerk.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, any other bill to withdraw, please? If none, there's no objection. We now go to the bill calendar. First resolution.
Mr. Speaker, we have a resolution, number 21-26 from your Committee on J&Co attached to Standing Committee Report 21-10, which was adopted earlier for adoption.
Proceed. Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. We're still on the resolution calendar. First resolution, Chief Clerk.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, we do have a congressional resolution number 21-26, CD1. And this is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mrs. Ginger Virginia Porter Mida to serve as the Postmaster General of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Okay, Chairman Romulo.
So move for its adoption.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-26 CD1. That's a long name. Ginger. Okay. Discussion? Any
Speaker.
discussion? Yes, Florida Harbor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I simply want to take this opportunity to state for the record that I personally support the nomination of Ginger to her post, not because she's married to a very handsome clan member of mine, Casio Mida, but because of all the accomplishment that she has done, as we have seen physically, to our postal facilities and other activities of that agency. I do really ask that we quiet and confirm her. And, you know, Speaker, it would also be very embarrassing on our part as well as on her part if we defeat the nomination resolution in the presence of Ginger. So I hope we quiet and pass the resolution of nomination for Ginger Mida. Thank you.
Thank you, Floor Leader, for your words of support. She sure knows how to twist arms of members of Congress. That much I know. That's why
Mr.
she's been
Speaker.
successful.
Mr.
Yes,
Speaker.
I'll give you Senator Christian,
Very
then
short.
Chairman Romulo.
I don't think the members should worry whether she will censor your mail or not. And you don't have to speak up, just vote. But I'm happy that Floor Leader has spoken. I'm happy that somebody made the right decision sometimes before. I move that we recess so that the chief clerk could distribute whatever needs distributing while we mull over a few things.
I'll give Chairman Romulo first because
Oh,
I already recognized him. Then we'll go into recess. Okay, Chairman Romulo.
I will make it short. I don't want to irritate my neighbor here by they speaking long, but let me also associate myself with the good floor leader in support of these nominations. We have seen what she have accomplished, and it's also rare to have a nominee sitting in the gallery during voting, and it shows her confidence in our work that regardless of sitting in or not, she have a confidence in us. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Romulo. Any other discussion? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. So this is a nomination and requires 10 votes, at least 10 votes by secret ballot. Short recess. Congress is back in session. Announce the results, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, 13 members voted for the nominee, 1 excuse from such.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. For that reason, because of the votes, resolution number 21-26 CD1 has been adopted by Congress. Mrs. Ginger Virginia Porter Mida has been confirmed as the Postmaster General for the FSM. Okay, next resolution.
Mr. Speaker, point of privilege.
State your point.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would like to introduce a very important person who's in our gallery this morning, and may I introduce the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Coxsay, Mr. R.T. Nena, and may I ask that we give him a big round of applause.
Well, our Lieutenant Governor is indeed welcome to observe our session, and for sure, maybe after session, Lieutenant Governor, you can sit down with these two senators from Coxsay. They have so many projects to hand out. Okay? Any other point of privilege? If none, next resolution, Chief Clerk.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Next item.
Item 20, introduction of bills and resolutions.
If you have any measure to introduce, pass them on to Chief Clerk for introduction. Next item.
Item 21, miscellaneous communications. There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, miscellaneous business. Do you have any miscellaneous business?
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Senator Christian.
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just want to raise a concern, not so much for the other members of Congress, but to remind myself of a few things. One of them is the high frequency of municipal subsidies provided by members of Congress directly to the municipalities that request these subsidies. First of all, I feel that the state government probably feels a little bit bad that Congress is going directly to the municipalities to support their operations. Municipal subsidies that are not reviewed by state or municipal government officials is like artificial respirators, where we're keeping some of these municipalities alive. But the second problem is that it blinds these officials from the truth of their vitality, their ability to survive the current political establishment. I think perhaps that is why CONCONs are created, so that each state could review the viability of the existence of so much government in this country. And I know that in the past few bills that I've been looking at, municipal subsidies come almost as a rain onto the municipalities. And I would hope that our priorities for this Congress division of funds would truly look at the the general public need, rather than giving out so much of these municipal subsidies for operations. I certainly support public projects for public good, but oftentimes some of these municipal subsidies are simply happy money, and something that we need to look at again. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Christian, for your concerns. Yes, of course, it's up to each individual member of Congress how they go about their job of meting out public projects, and of course, there is wisdom in what you just your statement. I hope members will consider them. Okay, any other miscellaneous business? If none, I just want to say a few things about communication, departmental communication 21-25. That's on the new revenue projection. I would like to ask our chairman of Ways and Means to look into it. It's very suspicious, or I have doubts about the way this thing comes about. So please take a look into it, Chairman Figure, and your committee. Okay. Any other miscellaneous business? If none, there's no objection.
More. I'm very happy
Proceed.
today. I'm so encouraged. Every time I see Steve in Congress, joining us in Congress, I think of either Alibaba or SoftBank selling some equity. I'm hoping that that's why he's here. But I do want to join all of you in welcoming Steve back to Pohnpei. It's been a while, and I hope that we can continue this partnership together.
I have a meeting with Mr. Baker this afternoon at 2. Any member, if you'd like to join, please feel free. I think he wanted to brief us on some things. I don't know. Okay. Any other? If none, announcement. Chairman Willett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now, announcement from your XF committee.
Chairman Figure. Okay.
Thank you, Speaker. I want to ask if we can meet in the members' lounge immediately after this morning session.
When it comes to money, you got it. I'm sure all of members will be there. Chairman Ned. Okay, Chairman Berman.
Thank you, Speaker. HSA today at 3 o'clock will be having oversight hearing for our new the position for the secretary, and continue with some grants. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Okay, thank you, Chairman Berman. Take note, members of HSA, of that hearing. Chairman Romulo. Announcement.
Thank you, Speaker. No announcement.
Okay, Vice Chairman.
I'd like to announce that Senator Guland is still in Chuk.
Okay, thank you for letting us know. Okay, Chairman Coleman.
No announcement, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Okay, Chairman Orusumo.
We finished our work, so we're back to vacation mode.
Okay, thank you. In fact, congratulations if you're done with your works. Okay, Vice Speaker Moses. Senator Palik, any announcement? Senator Arias. Okay, short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Floor Leader, you have any announcement, any your motion?
Speaker, as the Bonaben say, Soja Pakair, and I move that we stand in recess until 10 a.m. tomorrow.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Those in favor say yes. Opposed no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning.